Hello everybody, we're back for another episode of Cooking in the Kitchen with Mark. Today I'm going to be making Reuben Sliders. They make for a very good appetizer for your ball games, any event, any family event, or if you just want them for a meal. They're pretty darn good. What I've done, I've already cooked off. I had about a 3-pound corned beef brisket. I wrapped it in foil and I put it in the oven. I baked it for about 2 hours, and then I got it out, let it cool off, unwrapped it, let it cool off. Then you slice it as thin as you can get it. If you have a meat slicer, it helps tremendous.
Which we don't have here at Hillbilly Acres.
No, we're kind of behind times. We just got a good sharp knife and it works pretty darn good. But you can see, just slice it as thin as you can get it without getting your fingers in there. And as soon as you get it all sliced up, I will show you what your next step is. Just keep a slicing until you get it all really thin. Just like so. And we will return here in just a little bit. Okay, we're back. I'm going to show you what the next step is in making these Reuben sliders. What I've done is I took a pan and I sprayed it down with some vegetable oil spray. And then I took a tube of crescent rolls and I laid the dough all down in the pan and spread it out. And after I got that done, I took some sandwich spread and spread over top of that dough. You don't want to put it all the way up on the edges because you're going to have to seal those edges later. And after I got that done, I took some cheese slices. You can use whatever your favorite cheese is. I'm using the white American slices, and get them all laid down on there. While I'm doing that, I'll tell you a little story. I thought this was kind of funny. We was headed to see my buddy Billy in McAllister, Oklahoma. Him and I was in the Army together, and Jess and I was headed down south there. We're down in southern Missouri, and I drove about enough. I was ready for a rest, and we pulled into this little cheap-looking motel and walked in there. And like I said, I've been on the road a long time. I walked into the bathroom, and well, I couldn't help but notice that the sink was leaking. Well, I called down to the desk and I said, "Sir," I said, I walked up to the sink and I got a leak. Well, he said, "That's all right. Go ahead and use it."
Sad thing about it is he did.
Yeah, but when we was checking out of that motel, I learned something that I didn't know. Checking out, I'm talking to him, and heck, I learned that the legal drinking age down there was 32.
32?
Yeah, don't you remember when he said they want to keep alcohol out of the high schools? And he told me that 5th grade was the hardest 6 years that he had. All right, we got the cheese all laid down here. Now we're going to take the corned beef and we're going to lay it down. Just lay it, make a good layer all the way across. Like I said, don't get it up there to them edges. You can trim that fat off if you want. I actually kind of like it. So I'm going to leave it on there. Get this all spread out. Put a good layer on there. you like Reuben sandwiches, you'll like these Reuben sliders. I think they're really good. Like I said, they make a good appetizer for a game, or shoot, I eat them just as a meal. Get a good layer of them on there. And then one more layer of cheese. While I'm laying that on there, we'll take a break and we'll come back in just a little bit, because oh boy howdy, this is going to be yummy. And it is so, so good. Ooh, you're going to love it. Gotta love that corned beef. All right, we're back. I tell you, that stuff is good. Oh boy, howdy, that's good. Okay, I've got the second layer of cheese down. Don't talk with your mouth full. The next thing that's going down is the sauerkraut. You want to drain it. Get as much of that juice off there as you can, because you don't want all that juice inside of there. That'll make your crescent rolls really, really soggy. So get all that juice out of there you can. Okay, once you get her good and drained, just start spreading your sauerkraut around. That is what makes a Reuben good. Okay. Get that sauerkraut on there. We aren't doing measurements. You'll notice that I very seldom do exact measurements. We just do what looks good, because we know it's going to taste good. Spread that sauerkraut around on there like so. Okay. We got her looking good now. All right. Then you will take another tube of crescent rolls. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, if you notice, a roll of crescent rolls, there should be a straight line that goes across also. You want to find that straight line and roll that all out. Without pulling them apart, you'll roll that crescent roll dough all the way out, center it on there, and this is where you take your edges and pinch them together. Pull that dough up there without pulling it all apart. Just seal it and pinch it together good. And if you have a little bit that doesn't seal, you'll be okay. And you'll go all the way around. I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees. So these are ready to go in. Okay. And I will go ahead and finish sealing this up. Then I'll put it in the oven. And we'll let it bake for about 45 minutes. You want it to bake until you'll notice the dough will turn golden brown. Once it turns golden brown, your Reuben sliders are done. We shall return. Hello and welcome back to Cooking in the Kitchen with Mark. Okay, today we're doing the Reuben sliders, and I just took them out of the oven. They were in the oven for right out 40 minutes. You can see they are golden brown. It's not too hot. I don't really need a hot pad. And once they got out of the oven, I took a stick of butter and rubbed over top. I lightly buttered the top of it. That helps them stay moist, and it's helps flavor also. Okay. I let them cool for a little bit, and then I cut them. If you don't let them cool and you cut them too fast, it just makes a mess. So you want to let them cool a little bit. All right. Now the best part about this is getting to try it out. The spatula is a little bit big. As you can see, they come out. This is why we call them sliders. They're just like a little sandwich. Can you see her? Okay. And we're getting ready to watch the Packers take on the 49ers since the Chiefs just won. These make a very good appetizer for any party, something like that. Or if you just want to snack on them or eat them as a meal. They're great like that. So we're going to try it out. As you can see, everything's in there. Oh boy, howdy. That is so good. That's going to conclude the Reuben Sliders. We will return with another episode of Cooking in the Kitchen with Mark. Again, until then, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. God bless.